Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now.
Sage Northcutt and the whole drama with him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Did you guys read about this?
Yes.
Okay, so
Bro,
like,
she sent me all the topics in like fucking news form, just so like I knew what we were talking about.
Yeah.
How good is that?
Yeah,
Well,
he sent me that shit.
how bad is that?
What do you mean? How bad is that?
I'm just saying, you sound like you're complaining.
What? No, I'm not complaining. I'm saying fucking like
know you're not
good on her for
complaining.
sending me the shit. Otherwise, I'd just be sitting here like a retard.
Right. That's not what you're doing right now.
Yeah, it is what I'm doing right now. But hey, at least I know what we're talking about.
Of course.
Okay,
I'm
so
just fucking with you. Anyways,
Sage, pretty boy.
Sage.
I was
So
offended.
basically, Sage goes to Japan to fight Shinya Aoki,
Mm-hmm.
and he has 3 corners. He has a Faber, he has his jiu-jitsu coach, and his dad. Right. So I guess they get there, and then for some odd reason, the day of the fight, his dad, and the jiu-jitsu coach are on a plane back.
Yeah.
And Sage decides, okay, because Faber did a interview explaining the situation.
Is it Uriah Faber?
Yeah, Uriah Faber. And I guess Sage, because of like religious reasons, his dad wasn't gonna be there, and his jiu-jitsu coach, so it was like he was thinking like, oh no, this is a sign. Like I should not fight.
Right.
The day of the fight.
Mm.
It's like Faber could have cornered him. Faber was okay to corner.
Okay.
But the other 2 guys were on the plane back.
Mm.
And you know,
Sounds kind of dodgy though.
And then Sage, yeah, it does. We could get to that dodgy part. Then Sage comes out and says like, we were doing this, we were dealing with them, you know what I mean? They were taking care of the visas, kind of blaming One Championship for everything, basically. Right?
Yeah.
And then One Championship responds to that and says, that what did they say? Let me check.
Bro, I really don't want to say anything bad about one because I want to fight for them one day.
No, but the thing is like,
but I know so much shit about them that goes on behind the scenes.
yeah, but we're talking about the Sage thing.
Yeah, I know.
Right? So
like there's one doing one things.
Okay, so it says the one team communicated the ongoing issues to our athletes and their management, but there was clearly a misunderstanding with the options presented to Sage and his team. Despite his recent comments, One values Sage's partnership on a personal and professional level, and we hope that we can resolve this situation. We also hope our athletes understand that we were acting in their best interest in being 100% compliant with local laws, and that this was an isolated incident given our track record of, they've never had a problem like this, ever. This is the first time, which is weird, right? So now, let's talk about conspiracy theories on this. Why did this happen?
Bro, it happened,
and how did this happen?
Bro, it happened the day of. Like, that's pretty dodgy, especially if his dad and the jiu-jitsu coach were already in the country. And then like last second, it's like, oh no, you've just got to go. Like, because I've heard some stories, not going to go into names or details, but one does things to favor certain fighters and one does things to one does things to set other fighters off, and one does things because they.
Why would they want to set North?
Because maybe they.
He's one of the faces of
but he's facing the Japanese guy in
Japan.
Japan.
Doesn't matter. They don't care about him.
Maybe they want to.
They told him he's retiring in this fight. He doesn't even want to retire.
Maybe they.
Does that favor him? That doesn't make any sense.
No.
Well, maybe they wanted to build something in Japan. I don't know, because it was the first Japan card. Like.
No, it's not the first Japan card. They've had a bunch of Japan cards.
Yo, what?
Big events.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm wigging out. What the fuck?
Events.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
it's not about that. Okay. Now I'm going to explain to you what exactly like a real, not even conspiracy theory, a real theory sounds like. Okay. And it involves the other promotion in Japan.
Oh.
So now there's a beef between One Championship, Chatri, and the other promoter in Japan.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
The K1 promoter. Okay.
Okay.
And they had some situation where they were supposed to have a meeting, and the K1 promoter said that Chatri stood him up, or One Championship stood him up, and then they came out and said, "Oh, he's so disrespectful. Their One Championship is not, they don't know how to do business." All this stuff comes out, right?
Okay.
So I was thinking, this is my theory of this, is that maybe somebody had a connection in immigration, and they threw a wrench in there for One Championship. and that wrench.
Oh, I see.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because you're in their country.
Mm-hmm.
Like one championship is not Japanese promotion.
If they really want to go after them, why wouldn't they go after the main event like Super?
Yeah, why Sage?
Because he did everything probably to protocol. They just found an error somewhere.
Right.
It's like they probably. I'm just saying hypothetically, they told somebody to find something, and that's what they found. And this is the situation that ended up. You know what I mean? You can't go around accusing people of anything, but this is just a theory.
It's interesting though that it was the day of the fight. Wouldn't that have happened like in the airport in immigration?
No, because you let them in and you let them fucking feel like they're all like ready to go.
Okay. And then you just fucking take the rug out.
Exactly.
Okay.
But this is just a theory.
Yeah.
It sounds stupid. Most people would be like, you're crazy. But hey, you're in their country. And then they've said in like quotes openly, like, this is not how you do business in Japan.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work right.
And also, like, how was John Lineker just there, like, waiting and ready?
He was supposed to fight on that card.
Oh, okay.
But then
who was he meant to fight?
Then it was kind of odd that he weighed in and there was no fight.
Yeah.
Like he was a backup fighter for something, but for no reason.
Mm.
So that was odd too.
Suspicious.
Yeah. So that kind of throws a wrench into my theory that they might already knew.
Right.
Or it happened like the day before, like before weigh-in, it happened somehow.
Okay.
And John Lineker I think he was in Thailand anyway.
Were there videos of John Lineker weighing in?
Yeah.
Okay.
And everybody's like, what's going on? No one knew, right? But but it also could be what exactly that they're talking about. There were some issues with the visa that they didn't clear.
Yeah.
And this is the result. But Sage, should he have fought or not? He could have had a favor in his corner.
Yeah.
And he could have went and fought. And then you gotta look at it like this too. His jiu-jitsu coach is there because why? You're facing a specialist. So do you need your jiu-jitsu coach or do you know what you need to do? And I think he should have fought, man.
I didn't realize that he actually had Faber like still there. I thought he was gonna have nobody in his corner.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
Was still there. Yeah, he was okay to be.
Yeah, in that case, I would have.
I understand you're like not fighting because your dad isn't there. If, like that, your dad's one of your main coach. Like that's something I understand. I probably would have fought if it was me, or like I'm pretty sure most fighters would have fought. But maybe it's just like that little mental thing of like, fuck, my dad's not here now. Like maybe it's like you said, it was like a religion thing. Like you know what I mean? Like
Daddy,
yeah,
Daddy.
bro has daddy issues. No, that's I can say it.
No, but yeah, that's kind of weird too. If you're the dad, right? You'd be like, go ahead, you're a man.
Yeah,
like,
fucking
fight.
man up, bro. But maybe
know.
he wasn't. Maybe he was like, my son.
Possibly. Isn't that weird? That would be weird, right?
A little, yeah. But they are kind of weird.
Be like, and he calls them Super Sage. It's just odd. They're
Yeah,
like, Super Sage, come on.
Yeah.
It's like they think they're like superhero siblings, or something like weird.
And to fly all the way from America to Japan just to not fight.
How long is that flight?
Long.
And he's getting paid really good, right, to fight. Like he's got to be getting.
So would he not gotten paid anything?
Of course, he's not going to get paid anything. He's going to fight. And then they wasted all those plane tickets too, all the money for the hotels.
Yeah.
They wasted all that, right?
Yeah.
It's not cheap in Japan.
Yeah.
Japan's pretty expensive. Like Japan, Korea, those are probably the most expensive countries in Asia to go visit, right? So it's just a pretty penny that they lost. I'm just saying, Sage should have fought, man. Like
maybe it was a matter of like standing up for himself or something. He's like, they put me through this bullshit and I'm gonna make him suffer, kind of thing. By not fighting. Definitely pieces of the puzzle were missing though.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, man. I thought just say like you're in that situation and you're a fighter and you trained all this time to go fight this guy. And one of your coaches will be there, just the other two won't.
Maybe it's the fact of like, I train all these hours with these specific coaches, and maybe Uriah Faber was there, but he wasn't really my main coach.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe it's that.
No, he's training at Alpha now. Like he's not. His dad is.
Yeah,
not
but how?
Main
Like,
coach.
is Uriah Faber like super involved in Alpha Male? I don't know.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the jiu-jitsu coach most likely was as well. You know what I mean? Uriah Faber usually corners everybody from Alpha Male.
Was the guy that he was meant to fight, was he a jiu-jitsu specialist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then makes sense why he didn't want to fight if he didn't have his jiu-jitsu coach in the corner.
Yeah, but do you think like you need your jiu-jitsu coach to be yelling out all the instructions when you're going against a specialist that probably stop everything that you're
Possibly
yelling out? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just, to me, it's like you're a fighter. Fight.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
prepared.
Yeah.
You went there. You weighed in.
It's like, do you not believe in yourself that much that you need
exactly? Is
kind of guidance?
Is he kind of showing cracks in his mental? You know, I don't know. It's, to me, it's like I thought he should have fought.
I mean,
like,
his last fight, he got his face broken.
No, his last fight he won.
No, his first fight and won.
His first fight. Yeah.
His first fight and won. Who did he fight?
So this would be his third.
Alexander.
Yeah.
This would have been his
Kazmo
third fight, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he crushed his skull, right? So yeah, man, to me it's like maybe one is something they did wrong, but I said, man, Sage didn't look good in this.
Maybe you should just get your face crushed in a fight and then say the same thing. You know what I mean? Like fucking, he's been through that situation.
Yeah, but he came back and fought, and he's not even fighting a striker. He's fighting a jiu-jitsu guy.
I don't know, man. Man's just pussy.
Interesting, eh?
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, man. I think like, and he didn't fight for years and years too, man. He's fought like once or twice in like 5 years.
He was like 21 or 22 when he fought Cosmo. How old is he now?
I don't know.
23, 24?
Fuck, is he that young?
Yeah, he's super young. But anyways, like, yeah, man, I just thought he should have fought, man. I don't know why. You know what I mean? Like, you make a good point. It's like, you make the decision if you get your face like crushed in. You know what I mean? You make a good point by that. But I'm just saying, from someone from this chair looking at the situation, he should have fought, man. Like, it was hyped up so much. Like, you wanted this fight so much. This fight was scheduled and then canceled, I think.
Oh, like already once before?
Yeah, and like, they always wanted to fight each other. You know
Why was it canceled the first time?
I have no idea. I'm probably making that up.
Okay.
Korea man out here with his bullshit.
Yeah. But the thing is,
talking
like,
shit.
but I know that they had
fake
like
news.
They were going back and forth on Twitter, right? And
Okay.
Aoki was like clowning on him,
right?
Like talking shit to him and stuff, right? Then Sage, he's just gonna be respectful. He's like, you're a Japanese MMA legend, and
why you gotta be so mean, man?
I'll keep my martial artist mentality.
He's not from Texas, bro.
What's that?
He's not from Texas.
I know. I was quoting fucking Wonder Boy.
No, he is from Texas.
Is he?
Yeah, Sage is from Texas.
Fucking there you go. I knew that. Yeah.
So like, the thing is, like, Shinya, right? The guy that he was fighting, Shinya, with Shinya, he will fight with no corner.
You think
That's
so?
the type of, of course. That's the type of guy he is.
Right.
Like if you told him to fly 3 corners out, he'd probably fly just one and keep the money for the other 2. Like, that's the type of guy he is. Like, he doesn't need that care. Like, he's gonna go out there and fight.
That's why I'm wondering, like, maybe Sage is that guy as well, and maybe we're missing parts of a
true, like, true fighter. Because there's martial artists, right? And there's fighters. And it's different. To me, it's different. I'm not saying one is better than the other, because a martial artist could be a world champion,
right?
But a fighter as well can be a world champion, right? But there are 2 different mentalities, I think. Like Wonder Boy is like a martial artist mentality. You know what I mean? Like, a little bit. Even though he participates in a little of the trash talk, but he's a martial artist at the end of the day. And he's one of the best in the world, right? But then you got fighters like Robbie Lawler.
Yeah,
like, he was a fighter, right? But he was a world champion.
But aren't we then just talking about different fighting styles? Like,
no,
it's like mentalities and personalities and shit.
You think so?
You just want to bite down and just like go crazy. You know what I mean? Like, brawl out and stuff.
Yeah.
But then they also train everything, and they like, even if they even went in a,
it's like their fighting style matches their personality.
In some ways, in some ways.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of, because most fighters they're not really technicians. It's hard to find a fighter that's like a super pure technician, because there's a part of them, it's like they want to go off that technical course and just go nuts, and just kill whatever's in front of them,
right?
So I don't know, maybe I'm not making any sense, but
no, you're making sense.
But I think like the mentality is also changing now, because kids are training much younger, and now they're exposed to like fighters at such a young age that it's a trip, man, to see some of these kids that come in that are like 15 years old, and you're like, what? This kid is so good.
But then it's similar, like, in terms of Sage, right? He started so young. You'd think he would be just like,
everybody should go Sage's course.
Yeah.
Just get your face crushed in and see how you come back from that.
Fucking earth.
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, that's the course. That's
the key.
That's Zanetti's new online course.
Yeah, get
How
your
to
fucking face crushed in and see if you're still see if you're built for this shit.
Yeah.
Come back for the face what is it? Crushing. Come back from that face crushing. Hey, take
Machete.
my course. Come back from face crushing.
Machete face crushing course,
Yes.
$9.99.
Hey, you see the shirt? Zanetti did it.